Evening all, I hope you're well. First of all, thank you to everybody for turning up last night. I was very shocked and surprised. I didn't think anyone was going to turn up, but you came up trumps. Thanks ever so much for that. And Lynn, your cards, congratulations being the winner. Your cards are all wrapped up and I'll be posting them first thing in the morning, and I will email you when they've been sent, when they've gone to the post office. This reading, I don't know if you can see this because I've got my setup from yesterday and I can't see anything. I can just see shadows. So I'm hoping you can see this. This is a requested reading. Jenny has... oh, I've got a money spider. Oh, come on, I need some of that. Jenny's requested a reading. It's about Tommy Robinson. Apparently, I don't know whether it was last week or the week before, but it's some time ago because it's taken me some time to get to this one. The police have been to visit Tommy Robinson in prison about a tweet or something that you may or may not have posted on social media in conjunction with the riots in July. Now, just having a swig of me tea. Now, I've not heard anything. I've not heard anything from anyone. So if anyone's heard anything, let me know, because I have not been too interested in what's been going on at the moment. It just seems to be rather overwhelming. We've got the winter solstice on the 21st of December, and it started with the full moon. Things are starting to come out in the wash. We are going to be hit with a lot of information all at once. A lot of truth is going to come out, and it's also going to be nicely hidden. But it's for us to make head nor tail of it. There's a lot's come out today. The Southport thing, and the guy who attacked the military officer, and Ricky Jones, the Labour MP who was calling to slit people's throats during the July riots. Their trials are all on the same day as President Trump's inauguration. So we all know what's going to happen here, don't we? The mainstream media is going to be full of President Trump's inauguration and hope that we don't notice that these horrific people are in court. So I might do I've got a reading to do about Southport anyway. It's on my list to do about the cover-up. Anyway, this is about Tommy. So I've not heard anything about what happened since the police visited Tommy, or whether there's any outcome of that. So I've meditated on the cards. They've been cleared. They've been shuffled and everything. I will do some more shuffling while the phone camera's on, so you know they're not rigged. And we'll just see what comes out, shall we? So this is Tommy Robinson, the police. Is he going to be doing more time, which I think is what Jenny was asking for. So one more swig of my tea and off we go. Right. We'll start with... I've got the same cards as yesterday. Oh, hang about. I've missed two. Slow and steady and making a choice. Right, I'm going to reshuffle. We've got Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I don't know if you can see that. And the Tarot of Mystical Moments, which is a wonderful deck, by Katrin Veltstein. So we'll have an Enchanted Map. Let me shuffle them a bit now. I'm all over the place. I think this is the energy of the full moon. There's a lot of stuff coming to light that has been hidden. It's starting to come out. Keep your ears peeled. Listen out for all the stuff that's not being said on mainstream media. There'll be a lot of side stories, like throwaway stories that haven't really been properly reported on, that might make your ears prick up, but that'll be all you hear. There's a lot going on, isn't there? There's that Chinese spy thing. There's the the Labour government now deciding to cancel the May elections. Whether that happens or not, that might be a reading to put down. Up to now, I've got a lot of readings that have been requested, so if you want me to look at what Labour are doing over these local elections, I'll have a look at that at some point. So we're on £137 now. It was 131 yesterday. I've got the pin, I've entered the pin, but so far there's no way for me to put payment details into the Google payment thing to receive payment. But I've done quite a bit of looking up and reading up of what's going on, and it appears that the payment won't come through till January anyway, because in the payment section it's showing up as 0, but in YouTube it's showing up as 137, I think nearly 138. So but I will keep you all posted. I'm not hiding anything. The lives didn't make any money whatsoever, and the reason for that is because they don't show ads through lives, and the only way to make money through lives is to set up super stickers and all that kind of thing. But Google do take a lot of they do take a big percentage, and I just think, you know, I don't know, it's up to you. If you want me to carry on doing lives, I'll do them, but it's not going to make any money for Bluebell Wood. But, you know, I might do one once a month for a couple of hours, just for the shits and giggles. Right, let's have a look. Tommy Robinson. There's more to come from this story. There's a lot more to come from this story. There's a lot being kept quiet at the moment. We've got protecting treasure. Protecting treasure. So maybe people who know the score, people who are close to Tommy, are keeping quiet about anything at the moment because they're protecting him. Because let's face it, Tommy is a little treasure, innit? So we've got protecting treasure, number 39. See, 39 reduces down to a 12. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. This is about people working together. So 3s are about collaborations. 39. Protecting treasure. Let me see if this is... See, I need to see it as well, because I can't see what you can see. So, oh, that's a bit better. Right, although it's a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level you are able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound, no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. Right. You know, I've been saying this for a while. It's time to get ready, because we're going to have to stand up soon. We're going to have to protect each other. We're going to have to look after each other. We're going to have to stand in each other's corners. Whether we agree, disagree with everything each other says or not, there is a collective of like-minded individuals with the same goal. Might be a little bit out, some might be a little bit out on the fringes, but deep down we all have the same goal. And this is about protecting Tommy, people protecting Tommy. And in turn, we have to protect Tommy, because if we don't protect Tommy, he's the last bastion of flipping hope, really, that we've got, because he's the only one that's not selling out. That dream I had about Nigel Farage last night, there's something to come from him. Will you mark my words? There's some sellout stuff coming. I don't know what it's about. I don't know where it's coming from. I might be wrong, it might be something else, but that dream I had about Farage admitting that he'd been captured, you know, Tommy's not being captured. And so we have to protect that, because that's the last bit of freedom, if you like. He's sort of the epitome of courage, strength, you know, and it took a lot of courage to hand himself in, to come, you know, back to the UK, when he could have stayed where he was. Basically, he could have fled and not gone to prison at all. Could have fled, but he didn't. He came back and he handed himself in. That took a lot of strength and courage, because what Tommy was walking into, he had no idea what he was walking into. He could have walked into certain death, but he's there. He's doing his time, and up to now, apparently, he's doing okay. But he does need protection. He needs people's encouragement. He needs people's support. And that's what that's all about. Protecting treasure. Tommy is one. He is a treasure. He's a national treasure. And there's a lot of people out there that don't like that. They don't like the fact that Tommy is a treasure, that he is loved and revered. There's a bit of jealousy involved with that and all. So, that's the overall. That's the overall energy. He's being protected. He knows he's loved and adored. He knows that a lot of people are in awe of him. And I don't think that's... He doesn't want adoration. He just wants things to be right, doesn't he? So, I'm not sure if this is even showing up. You're going to have to let me know in the comments either if you can hear me or if it's showing up. Because if it's not, I'm going to have to go back to my usual stand that's like slightly to the side and slightly behind me. I set it up like this for the live so that I could, you could see my face for a bit. Right, Tommy. So the coppers came to see Tommy over posts on social media. What's the energy? We have the High Priestess in reverse. So, High Priestess is, well, she's an intuitive person. This is about things coming to light. It's about very deep emotional stuff, but she's in reverse. So let me just have a look at the imagery on this card. See, the thing is, different tarot cards have different imagery, and if you're an intuitive reader, you don't necessarily read according to the definitions of each particular person. Right. Right. The High Priestess is also about balance the outer and the inner self. There's a bit of outer balance stuff going on. Now, I don't know whether the balance is out of kilter of from the police officer's point of view, whether their notion of Tommy is out of kilter, or whether Tommy himself is inwardly and not showing it a little bit off balance here. Let's have a look. What's hindering this? What's hindering Tommy? What's hindering Tommy? Yeah, he's got the tower. So he's already had his tower moment. He's been locked up in the same prison that he had a terrible experience. Woodall is, you know, it was the place he didn't want to be. But this is actually quite enlightening for him as well. So he's learning quite a lot about himself, but it's quite, this has been devastating to him. He's out of balance. Going to prison, and the same prison, has been really devastating for him. He's not showing it though. He's not showing it. And if he is showing it, the people around him are keeping that one quiet in order to protect him. So what's... Right, so we've got the Five of Cups. He's got... The overall energy is basically sadness, upset, disappointment. So he's disappointed. Clearly he is. Who wouldn't be? What's in the subconscious? Subconscious, 5. See, if you look how these are laid, you've got the High Priestess and then you've got the Five of Cups above. It's like it's the same part of the same water. It's quite turbulent but calm at the same time. This is on the outside is calm. On the inside, his guts are going. He's not doing well. It's quite turbulent on the inside. Subconscious. Oh, we've got Knight of Swords. Subconscious, Knight of Swords. Right. This is This is speediness. This is knee-jerk reactions. This is being basically going off the starting blocks without thinking. So I think he's in the subconscious. He feels like he was a little bit. He may feel a little bit of regret that maybe he did just do and say what he did a little bit too speedily. Probably didn't think too much about it, or maybe he did think about it and thought the only way to do this is to do it short, sharp, shock. I think we might be more like a short, sharp shock here. This is like, no, I'm going to come out of the starting blocks and I'm coming galloping. So that was in the subconscious. Just to, get it done. He needed to get it done. What's in the near past? Near past. Want to know what's happening with this police though. So what's happening? I think when the police... We've got the Emperor. I think when the police came, he thought he was going to get more time. He possibly does think he's getting more time. So on the inside, he's like, his arsehole's twitching. On the outside, he's showing no signs of it. But it was devastating news that they're coming to see him about social media posts. The near past, we've got the Emperor. So the Emperor is an Aries. I know Tommy's a Sagittarius, but Aries and Sagittarius are both fire signs. And the Sagittarius is the adventurer. And an Aries is someone who's very much in control. And it's very part of a fire sign's within their capability. So he, in the near past, he's showing up as the Emperor, very much in control of his emotions, of his outer world, of his environment, very much in control of what he did, where he went, who he spoke to. So that was where he is in the past, the recent past. What about the near future? Ooh, that one flipped. We've got the King of Wands. So in the near future, he's showing up here, another fire. He's showing up with having learned intuition. Having learned to use his intuition, having learned to see things for what they are. Also in command of his environment. Now, kings can be male or female. This one just happens to show up as a female. He's coming out and he is not changing for shit. He's going to be a different version of this Emperor. This one. This is maturity. When this Emperor's in charge but can be a little bit overbearing. This is a king who is in charge of his faculties himself, everybody around him, can take charge. but is not overbearing. So his personality is going to alter his personality, but not to his detriment. And if you see this how that was laying like that, this lady on the tower is looking towards the King of Wands. The tower feels like a wand because it's a tall, long structure. The tower gets hit by the crown. This wand is still firing. He's still smarting. In the near future, he's still going to be smarting from his experiences and the way he's being treated. He's going to keep that, but he's going to control that. He's going to keep it under control. He's learning. He's learning. So this is what I see so far. The police visit has caused Tommy some very major inner turmoil, but he's not showing it on the outside. The back of his mind, he's wanting to go for it. He's wanting to speak before he thinks, but he's already done that before, and he's not knee-jerk reaction. He's actually keeping pretty calm on the outside. What's going on the inside is his stomach's churning. Near past, recent past, he was in charge. He was King Tommy. He'd got loads of followers. People loved him. People still love him. People will still follow him. He's probably got more followers now than he had before he went to prison, because people's eyes are opening up. But the experience of going to prison yet again, the same prison, and the police coming to see him about social media posts in connection to the riots. Don't forget, people have gone to prison for years for stupid things. They've fitted him up for this one. They're going to fit him. They could easily fit him up for that. But he is going to transform into someone who can manipulate himself and his surroundings. But he's not ever going to forget the way that smarts. That's always this tower moment. This tower moment is always going to smart. I'm wondering if he's got some plans for that then. So what's out of his control? Justice. So what's out of his control is the court system, basically. Our judicial system is well and truly out of his control. We know that. Isn't it amazing how these cards come out? He can't make it up. So what's out of his control is the court system, the judge system, the judgment system, the judiciary, the law is out of his control. What's his advice? I'm not taking 3. What's the advice? We have the Lovers. So the Lovers, it depends on what cards are around it, but the Lovers are, it's about light and dark. It's about balancing the masculine and feminine. 2s are about choices. His advice is to probably soften his approach a little bit with people in authority or people who can do a number on him, because he's got this reputation that he didn't ask for, that he doesn't deserve, but he's now thinking about that. Let's have a look. I want another one for this advice. Lovers, and what else? Lovers, soften his approach. Oh, 2 or 3. I'm not taking... Well, they keep wanting to give me 3, so I'm going to take 3. Take them as they come out. Judgment. Soften his approach. judgment will come out in his favour, but it will be in the long run. Judgment is coming. Hopes and fears. King of Swords. 2 Kings of Swords. Look at that. 2 kings, because there's 2 kings. There's 2. As an emperor, there's 2 King of Wands and 2 King of Swords in this deck. Male and female. You've got both sides of King of Swords. So you've got the masculine and feminine aspect of the King of Swords. So hopes and fears is that he's going to get both barrels of the judiciary. Because swords are about strategy, the law, planning, the intellect, but I'm seeing these 2 King of Swords as this king has got a needle and thread, creating something sparkly and new. And this King of Swords is seeing through very different eyes, is as a warrior. So he's got the male warrior aspect and the female creative aspect. He's going to come out of that a very different person. Inwardly, a very different person. He's spending a lot of time thinking. He's got a lot of thinking to do with. There's quite a few swords here. Justice is connected to swords and the intellect. The High Priestess is to do with the conscious and balancing of the conscious and subconscious mind. We've got the Knight of Swords. We've got a lot of swords here. A lot of cards that are associated with swords, the mind. He's hoping he comes out as a more accomplished warrior, and he's weaving a brand new story here. He's weaving a brand new story. So what's the outcome then? Is he going to do more time? Is he going to do more time? 5 of Swords. I think he's going to have to, right, 5 of Swords is a challenge. And the 5 of Swords is usually someone walking away with the swords and leaving a couple behind in the ordinary tarot deck. Now, this is different. This 5 of Swords, this person has got a hole where his heart should be. Someone in the shadows. I want another one. I want another one for that. Talk to me about the 5 of Swords, please. King of Pentacles. 5 of Swords, King of Pentacles. So this is talking to me about someone in the background who is a little bit sneaky, actually. There's someone in the background who is showing him the face of friendliness, but their shadow side is someone who's really quite heartless. But the outcome is he's going to be all right. He's going to be safe and secure. He's going to be all right. But is he doing more time? I want a yes or no card. Is he going to end up doing more time? King of Cups. I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna... See, the King of Cups is someone who's is very intuitive, in control of his intuition, is in control of his emotions, but he's also a really loving family man. So I'm not sure if he's thinking about dipping out of the arena for a while. But that's not telling me if he's doing time, yes or no. Yeah, I think he's going to need to speak to somebody, some professional people when he comes out, because he's really battling with his... it feels like spiritual. It's like a spiritual... It feels very much like a religious thing. This feels like a religious thing. When the police came and knocked his duck off, I think he's searching for something. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a choice, basically. It looks to me like there's no sign of extra jail time here. Now, that's the energy of now. That's the energy that I'm picking up. So I meditate on the energy of the time, of Tommy's energy, the energy of people around him. What I get is what I get in meditation. I don't always say what I get in meditation, but what I got in meditation was that Tommy, there's more to this than the eye can see, and that's what this is. There's more to this than the eye can see. There's somebody around him with quite quite a heartless individual. Now that could be somebody who's in prison, in the same prison as him. I don't know, but it feels like Tommy is reaching out to something more spiritual, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So at the end of the day, what happens to Tommy is Tommy's choice. He's going to choose something different. What he chooses, he hasn't decided yet, because the wheel hasn't turned yet. So that's that. So it looks like, yeah, the police have they've been and they've spoken to him and made his arse twitch, and he's on the surface he seems to be coping all right. Underneath the surface is like a 12-force gale storm going on. His guts are going like mad. You know, he's had this, you know, in control of himself and everything, and this knee-jerk reaction. Is what's out of his control is the British justice system, but you know, I think judgment will be in his favour, because judgment is also about an awakening, a spiritual awakening. So I think there's some, I don't know, it feels like Tommy's feels like religious to me. It feels like Tommy's I don't know if Tommy is religious, but it feels to me like Tommy's delving into the spiritual side of himself and making some discoveries. But he's still a little treasure, and people are protecting him. People are trying to protect him. People are protecting him in prison. His friends and family and everybody and the people who are close to him are protecting him. We all love and adore him, and we will protect him if we could, we would. And spiritually, emotionally and mentally, we're all supporting him. All those of us that support him. There's plenty of people that don't support him, and that's your choice. But that's your reading. So it doesn't look like there's any new jail time on the cards for Tommy just yet, but there's more pressing things going on with Tommy at the moment. It feels like there's some religious aspect to him, some not religious necessarily, but some spiritual transformation is going on within Tommy Robinson right now, our Stephen. Right, I'm going, and I hope you enjoyed that video. hopefully I'll be back tomorrow night. It all depends on life. Anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Ta-ra.